Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss the modern age in English literature, one of the most important and exam relevant periods for any literature student. The modern age in English literature roughly spans from 1900 to 1945, ending with the Second World War. This period marks a clear break from Victorian ideals. The confidence, optimism, and moral certainty of the Victorian age were replaced by doubt, anxiety, and disillusionment. The early 20th century was a time of rapid industrialization, scientific discoveries, urbanization, and devastating world wars. These events deeply affected the mindset of the writers. As a result, literature became more complex, experimental, and introspective. One of the most important features of modern literature is its reaction against tradition. Modern writers rejected conventional themes, traditional plots, and fixed moral values. Instead, they focused on the inner life of human beings, their thoughts, fears, confusion, and emotional struggles. Themes like alienation, loneliness, fragmentation, loss of faith, identity crisis, and meaninglessness of life dominated modern literature. Let us now look at the modern poetry. Modern poets moved away from romantic imagination and Victorian ornamentation. Poetry became symbolic, condensed, intellectually challenging, and fragmented. The most important modern poet is T.S. Eliot. His major works include The Wasteland, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and Four Quartets. Eliot's poetry reflects spiritual emptiness, moral decay, and cultural crisis of the modern world. He used myth, symbolism, and fragmentation to express modern chaos. Another major poet is W.B. Yeats. His important poems include The Second Coming, Sailing to Byzantium, and Easter 1916. Yeats blends myth, history, politics, and personal vision, and his poetry reflects the transition from Romanticism to modernism. Ezra Pound is known as the father of imagism. Pound believed in precision of language and famously said, "Make it new." W. H. Auden is another important modern poet. His poems like September 1, 1939, and Look, Stranger reflect social, political, and moral concerns of the modern age. Now, let's move to the modern fiction. Modern novelists rejected traditional storytelling and focused on psychological depth. One of the most important techniques used was the stream of consciousness, which presented continuous flow of thoughts in human mind. James Joyce is the pioneer of this technique. His major works include Ulysses and A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Joyce revolutionized the modern novel by focusing on inner consciousness rather than external actions. Virginia Woolf is another key modern novelist. Her major works include Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, and Orlando. She explored psychological time, memory, and the inner emotions of her characters. D.H. Lawrence focused on human relationships, emotional conflicts, and sexuality. His important works are Sons and Lovers, Women in Love, and Lady Chatterley's Lover. E.M. Forster, known for novels like A Passage to India and Howard's End, focused on human connection, social divisions, and colonial tensions. Joseph Conrad, through works like Heart of Darkness and Lord Jim, explored moral ambiguity, imperialism, and the dark side of human nature. Now, let us briefly look at the modern drama. Modern drama became more realistic, psychological, and idea centered. G.B. Shaw is a major dramatist of this age. His important plays include Pygmalion and Arms and the Men. Shaw used drama as a tool for social criticism and reform. T.S. Eliot also contributed to the modern drama through verse plays like Murder in the Cathedral. Towards the later phase, writers like Samuel Beckett introduced themes of absurdity and existential despair, especially in plays like Waiting for Godot. To conclude, the modern age in English literature represents a radical transformation in literary history. It reflects the confusion, anxiety, and emotional reality of modern life. Writers of this period challenged tradition and reshaped literature in bold and innovative ways. Understanding the modern age is essential for any exam and for appreciating how English literature evolved in the 20th century. Thank you for watching. If you found this lecture helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.